All right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, Sunday, May 5th, 2024, for a little bit of a, recap of what happened in the news today, my haul, some of the stuff that mattered to me. Maybe I can bring you some insight on some of the toy industry, or maybe some insight into what to order, or some previews or rumors about what to order. Last week, I did the news first. I think I'm going to continue that strategy or that format. We'll go ahead and do the news first and get that knocked out of the way. A little bit of house cleaning. Number one, let's continue to grow the channel. I've always appreciated every single one of you, appreciate every single comments, and I especially encourage the engagement. I try to answer everybody or acknowledge everybody in the comments below. If I miss you, sorry. But definitely if you ask me a question, I always try to answer everybody's comments and read them. You guys are my tribe. This is where, I enjoy my hobby. This is where, I come to relax, to get away from the world, crack open a toy, have some great discussion about action figures. Just have fun all around with this hobby. Number two, in that same vein and continuing to grow the channel, in appreciation for everybody who's followed me through the journey since we started. I think we started last year, right around a bit. It's been about a year almost, or a little bit over a year. I never thought the channel would grow this big. As a matter of fact, I got a little bit of taunting from my family, but that's okay. Sometimes it's good to keep your head, level. So, I'm shocked. My family's surprised that we've gotten this far, and I'm very grateful to everybody. But I really want to hit that 2,000 mark. So if you guys, haven't subscribed, haven't liked, haven't engaged in the comments, let's do that. For the most part, we keep it pretty positive around here. Every once in a while, I'll go off on a silly rant or something, but most of the time we try to keep it positive here. Again, if you're enjoying this hobby, it's supposed to bring a smile to your face. You're not supposed to be doing it with a frown or getting angry or getting ulcers about this stuff. It's all toys. It's all fun. So, and not only that, but finally, in appreciation and in achieving that goal of 2,000, I will be having a giveaway. Once we hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, I will be having a giveaway of, I said 150. It's going to be a minimum of $200 retail, in $200 value in retail giveaway. So lots of GI Joes in that. Help me fill the GI Joe voids in your collection. It's going to be GI Joe centric. So appreciate every single one of you. Let's continue to grow the channel. Let's continue to have fun. I mean, that's the important part, right? Let's have fun. Let's enjoy the hobby. Let's enjoy the engagement. And wow, I never thought we'd get this far. So thank you so much to everybody. Appreciate every single one of you. And let's get to the news already, man. Let's get to the news. All right. Number one, the thing that cracked me up this week, sometimes I start off with some of these, things that, that are a little bit outlandish or a little silly or a little, just idiotic. But the thing that made me laugh a little this week, and we'll keep it lighthearted, was Mondo has said they will be doing a 1/6 scale sled. Get prepared to be savaged or ravaged by that. If you know anything about 1/6 scale collecting, 1/6 scale figures are enormous, number one. And with that enormity comes an enormous price tag. So my conservatively, in my mind, it'll be about $400. Conservatively. They haven't announced a price or anything. But on the other side, if they're making a cash grab, it's going to be over $600. So it's not for the faint of heart. And I'm good with the Mondo figures I have. I have about 3 or 4 of them. But I don't need vehicles. Besides, my enemy right now isn't price or anything. My enemy is space. Running out of room. I don't have any more room. I can't go into my kids' room. I can't go into my wife's room. I've pretty much taken over the front of the house. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, so as always, we start off with G.I. Joe or G.I. Joe adjacent news, because that's what, I mean, don't worry, we're going to get to Star Wars news because it is May the 5th and it was May the 4th just recently. So there was lots of that. And we'll get to that. But I always, G.I. Joe's my bread and butter. I love G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe adjacent stuff. So we're going to start off with that. Number one, the guys over at Toy Kinda Mood had an interview with Lenny. And in that interview, he hinted at a new Cobra Commander in addition to the one that was announced of like, I Was a Man Cobra Commander, where he's half converted. Man, I need all of that, the Cobra Commander. So we're going to get, I don't know, it's my desire that it could be a hooded Cobra Commander, but more than likely it'll be another like battle helmet, or maybe I don't know, there was a spacey looking Cobra Commander that was towards the end of the line. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. He had like a silver headpiece and like a silver outfit. You guys know what I'm talking about. And also a Lieutenant Falcon. Could it be a Night Force Lieutenant Falcon? Maybe. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, I'm loving the line so far. I'm loving all the coolness, all the military in it, all the goofiness in it, all the quirkiness in it as well. It's what made me love it as a kid, so I'm down with it. I dig it. The other thing that he hinted to, and again, you're looking here at a custom, and I think this custom comes from Slice's Custom, of a 1991 Snake Eyes version 4. This is what he looks like when we had him in 3 3/4, basically. So this is kind of a rendition or a mock-up of what he would be. I think it looks fabulous. Great work here, this particular individual who did this. So great work. Now, the other thing I want to briefly touch on is Gridiron Studios. They are slammed. They are absolutely a victim of their own maniacal plotting and success, right? I'm fine with them, having taken a little while longer to get my stuff. I understand, and I walked in there with my eyes wide open. They're going through some growing pains. I don't think they anticipated this level of attention. But I mean, when you make good stuff, people want it, and they want it now. So my only recommendation to Gridiron is to continue asking for our patience, continue, most of all, keeping us informed, and continue to do a great job of putting out great product, right? I think communication is key here, and I think we should be upfront about it. Gridiron is they're getting hit hard. So it used to be 7 to 10 days and they would mail out your stuff. Now it's sitting at, and this is full disclosure, now it's sitting at almost 20 days, anywhere from 14 to 20 days before you get your stuff. So know that if you put in an order to Gridiron, it's going to take a minute, but you'll get it. I have never been disappointed by Gridiron in the fact of their customer service or in their ability to make things right. So, if I have, an excuse to say for them is that, they're a small shop and they're having some growing pains, and I'm okay with it. I expected that, and they have communicated that. So anyways, we'll move on from that. Now, the other thing that was really cool that came out yesterday was Valaverse announced their 100th figure, which will be released in DFW. So the JoeCon that we have here at DFW, they will be releasing their 100th figure Bone Collector redesign. I think it looks marvelous. I hope Bobby doesn't put a limit on it, because I have to get a couple for a couple of people. You know who you are. You know who you are. I'll be getting a couple for them, and I want a couple myself, because I always do one to rock, one to stock. And then I got to get a couple for 2 other people. So I hope he doesn't put too much of a limit on it. If he says 2 per person, then that's cool. I get it, because a lot of us are one to rock, one to stock. So he announced this figure. Comes with a ton of accessories, a minigun, the new, goat looking helmet there, a new, armor plating stuff. It just looks fantastic. That backpack, it looks great. But then he decided to throw in an extra curveball. Out of the entire production run, only 100 of these bloody versions will be bloody variants will be included, and they're random. So this is instant scalp bait. This thing is gonna go, you know, if you want to buy that 1/6 scale Sky Sled from Mondo, get one of these and then go flip it on eBay. That thing's gonna be worth a ton of money because it's gonna be so limited. If I get it, great. If I don't, that's fine. It's nothing that flicking a red paintbrush at the regular figure won't fix. So you can get a bloody version that way. It's not hard to do, but it's nice to get the variant, right? Because then you got one straight from the factory. But I dig all of it. I'm very happy about it. Bobby, don't put too hard a limit on us. Don't do one per person. Do two per person. I think that's fair. Anyways, thanks. Thank you for that, Bobby. It looks great. I'm going to be picking those up, and I will be attending the DFW thing that they got here. All right, now we're getting into the Star Wars news, right? As you know, I do like Star Wars. I'll continue to like Star Wars, but there are some pieces of it that don't tickle my fancy anymore. They're just not. They're not. I don't know. I don't feel great about them. So I'll pick and choose from now on. I used to buy a lot of it, but now I'm, as a lot of you are, probably backing away from it quite a bit. And let's not beat around the bush. Some of the articulation for Star Wars, it's subpar. It just is. Single point articulation is subpar. It is what it is. Do I still like some of the figures? Yes, absolutely. But I buy it knowing that it has subpar articulation. So that kind of draws me away from it as well. I always look at the figure first to see if I can, get over that fact, right? Or else I don't buy it, because why do I want to buy a figure that's going to annoy me or irritate me? So anyways, moving on from that. We saw some of the May 4th pre-orders pop out. You've got, so here's the deal. Here's all of them. Well, I think this is all. I know there's some vintage ones too out there, but I haven't seen those yet. And vintage I'm kind of out of a little bit. So, but this is the Black Series 6-inch. You've got Emperor Palpy down there for $25. You got the Super Duper Droid. Thank you for single packing this thing for $25. Now, and that's it. That's it for the single figures. And then you have to start buying packs, right? So you're going to have Gree and Yoda, $45 for a Gree and a Yoda. And then the Night Trooper and the commander of the Night Trooper. I forgot what his name was. I'm sure I'll put it down here at the bottom. But anyways, the Night Trooper and the other commander for him, $45 as well. And then you get the 3-pack. It's going to be $70 for Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, and apparently a redesigned Maul. Now, some of these are exclusives. I think Gree and Yoda are from, come on, don't fail me now, brain, Hasbro and Disney at a later date. I believe the Night Trooper is available from Walmart exclusively, and I believe the 3-pack is a general release. I don't know. You know what? I'll add what they are later on down here, and you guys can go, check it out there. All right. So in addition to that, they had this $60 retro collection 6-pack. Not a big fan of these retro 5-point of articulation. Some of you guys are. I look at them and go, neat. And then I move on. But there you go. $60 for that thing. You also have Balin's Skull, Mercenary Edition. I love soft goods. Have I told you guys I love soft goods? I might pick this one up. I dig it. And then here's a closer look at the Gree and Yoda 2-pack. Yoda's got 2 heads on that one, so pretty cool. And then here's a 3-pack for Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan. Like I said, I think he's a redesign, Darth Maul, or a remold, improved mold. But I definitely dig. I believe those are soft cloth robes. So that's a huge, to me, I can't think of a strong enough word to tell you how much I don't like plastic capes. I don't like them. Oh, if I could say bad words on here. Every time I would get a plastic cape, I'd say a bad word. It does, actually, when I'm in private, I do. Anyways, and then you have the Enoch. That's who it is. Enoch and Night Trooper. Here we go. So, yeah. I like this pack. I don't know. I might pick it up, might not. I like the Night Trooper. If you haven't, you know what? Link to how to build a Night Trooper up here. It didn't take long and it was easy to do. So go check out that video. You don't have to buy this thing. You can actually build one yourself if you want. So I think mine looks better, but what do I know? Anyways, also here's another picture of Palpatine. Yeah, soft cloth. You know what? In this case, the cloak at the top, I do think that was a good move because we all know how hard it is to get those hoods to stay down if it's a soft cloth. Now, for that particular, in that particular instance, I do care. But what you could also do to make it stay down is you could put a wire in it, and then the soft cloth would stay down. But anyways, this I'm okay with. I'm fine with it. I'm not. If I open it in private, I won't be screaming obscenities when it comes out. Anyways. And here's a closer look at the Super Battle Droid. So there you go. Now, SH Figure Arts just recently announced that they'll be doing a Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, C-3PO, and an R2-D2. I have a bone to pick with these SH Figure Arts guys. Two out of the past 3 figures I've opened have had defective parts, and I can't do anything about it because I opened them months after I bought them, right? So in my experience, I would tell you this: be very, very, very careful or hesitant to buy from these knuckleheads until they get their crap together. I wouldn't recommend buying any of this because 2 out of 3, that's like a 60% failure rate. What a bunch of junk. That's just my experience. Maybe I'm just having a lot of bad luck recently with these figure arts, but I'm just telling you about them in case you want to roll the dice. I have had some good ones, but I've had mostly bad ones. And then I got to go to the sticky tack. And it really upsets me when I got to go do sticky tack to stuff that should work, and especially if it's like over $80. You know, it's just infuriating. So anyways, buyer beware, and I've warned you. They got junk right now going. So they need to up their QC on these things. Sorry, Figure Arts. If you don't want to support me, go pound sand. I don't care. I don't get any money from anybody anyway. So I'm just telling you guys the truth of what's happening to me. So maybe that's why companies don't send me stuff. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what the heck's the problem with this thing. And I don't care. I mean, I don't do this thing for a living. I do this to share with you guys, and you guys can engage with me back. That's why I do it. So I'm not in this for the profit of it. I'm in this for the community and the engagement. Have fun. All right, next one. Oh yeah, I don't do a lot of hot toys. I have a few hot toys in the house, but they did announce these. The only one that might interest me out of this is maybe Darth Maul. I really liked Darth Maul when he came out. I thought it was an amazing. Ray Park did a great job with this, with the whole thing. So I get it. Darth Maul. They've got like a variant of Darth Maul in here, and then they've got the gold chrome clone trooper Skywalker from Dark Empire, like a bad guy Skywalker. I don't know if that one interests me. The Shadow Trooper's neat. The Shadow Trooper is neat. And then the other version of Darth Maul. Anyways, it's available to you. They're pricey. You know what you're getting into if you buy those things. And then recently we just heard, now I'm actually out of the Batman 66 stuff. I don't collect it anymore. I started to, but then I kind of lost interest in it. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes people do. And number two, it may have been because I've kind of been refocusing a lot lately. But I know a lot of you guys do dig the Batman 66 wave. On occasion I stop and I might pick up one or two that make me laugh or, bring back some nostalgia. You got Space Batman on here, Nightwing, Bookworm, and Alfred. So, hey, there you go. Some new offerings for the Batman 66 line. I did collect them at one point. And then the other thing is I will be getting this one. The Batman and Bane Nightfall 2-pack. This was one of my favorite arcs as a kid. I mean, I was dumbstruck that Batman was defeated. How dare you? How absolutely dare you, Bane? I was thrown. I was like, what just happened? Shook. I was shook when this happened. So anyways, it's a great memory from when I was a kid, and I've got the old Bane somewhere up there. I don't know if you guys, where is he? Is he up there? Can you guys see him? Where is he? He's back there somewhere. Anyways, and I actually did some upgrades to him too. So no, but I still like this one, so I'm probably gonna pick this one up. The other thing that came out, there's no price on that Bane thing yet, but if there's any indication, it's probably going to be like a $60 one because it's a mega figure and a regular figure. If it was two regular figures, it'd probably be $40, but since it's a mega figure and a regular figure, it might be closer to $55 or $60. That's just my thoughts. You also have this White Knight vehicle that McFarlane announced. $90. I think it's great. I think it looks cool, but I don't think it's cool enough for me to buy. I've got my Batmobile, 89 Batmobile, and I am very happy with that. I don't need this extra one. It doesn't pull on my nostalgia strings, so I don't need it. But hey, it's there if you like it. I think it's cool looking, but not cool enough to buy it. So then you got this retread. I mean, special edition. $29 for this Batman Futures in Glow in the Dark edition, gold label. It does glow in the dark, so that's kind of neat. I know some of you guys like that, but yeah, it's reused from the Build-A-Figure thing that they did a while back. It looks cool. I mean, it's $29. It's a big figure. It glows in the dark. It's gimmicky. There it is. It's neat. So have fun. Shazam, and I forgot the other guy's name. Francis. I don't know what his name was. So anyways, you got Freddy. It's Freddy. So you've got Shazam and Freddy over here, I think, and $39. There you go. It's available. I'm not picking it up, but something. There we go. All right. Legions Con 2024. I like how they made this part of the title. This is genius. It's actually called, this is what it's actually called, so you don't get to add superlatives in it. Amazing Alien and Creature Creator Set. So the superlatives in there for you. So anyways, it's Amazing Alien and Creature Creator Set. There's no price for it. It's going to release at Legions Con. $70, $90, I don't know, take a stab at it. But it comes with a lot of accessories. It looks spectacular. But as I've always said, the reason I collect Mythic Legions is because they look spectacular and have not basic articulation, but a little bit above basic articulation. I would say on a scale of 1 to 5, their articulation is a 3. Look, it's okay if you don't disagree with me. It's fine, but that's what I think, in my opinion. So whenever I buy these, I buy them with my eyes wide open, knowing I'm not going to be able to spider pose any of them. They are, single point of articulation. It's Mythic Legions. So Mythic Legion's going to Mythic Legions. They're going to look amazing, but they're not going to articulate super well. As you can tell, I bought that guy because he looks amazing. That Dragon Beast thing looks amazing. Mythic Legions I'm a fan. I'm a fan of them, but I'm not a fan of their articulation. But I always buy them eyes wide open. I know exactly what I'm getting with them. So am I picking this pack up? I don't know. If I happen to see it, maybe. If I happen to go there, maybe. I don't know. I picked up some of this wave already, the Cosmic Legions wave. So I thought it was great for what it was. So anyways, moving on. We've got Alf, Born to Rock Alf from NECA. Moving on to some NECA news. I've got the Alf I wanted. I don't need this Alf, but it's available for you to buy. $34. $37.99 if you're nasty on Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm not going to talk about Big Bad Toy Store. They've been my fallback for years. I take it back. Big Bad Toy Store does us a service, to me, they've always been a fallback option, and they've always done me, their customer service has always been responsive and has done me done right by me. So I take it back. Big Bad Toy Store has been good. Now, Hasbro's been a piece of crap with me lately. Their customer service is boo-boo. Their customer service for Hasbro is not even as good as Arcade 1-Up's customer service. And Arcade 1-Up is just a little bitty store. I mean, they're a big company, but they're not as big as Hasbro, which is hilarious to me. Anyways, to me, I always judge a company by the customer service that it gives to its people. And right now, Hasbro, you've got bad customer service. Anyways, moving on. Music Maniacs from McFarlane. This one's a little bit out of the DC stuff. Rob Zombie. I want Ozzy and I want Rob Zombie. I don't know why. I don't want Alice Cooper. I don't not like him, but I don't want him so bad that I want to buy a figure of him. So I dig Alice Cooper, but I like Rob Zombie more and I like Ozzy more. Anyways, moving on from that. Storm Collectibles just showed a preview recently of some of their Virtua Fighter and King of Fighters sets here. But the one that really pulls me in is, I don't have a connection to this one, is that Skullomania figure. But it's, to me, at the very soul of my kid collecting heart, is the Battle of the Planets, June, the Swan. Oh my gosh, I'm going to collect that whole line. I love Battle of the Planets. As a little kid, I remember watching that. It was fantastic. I loved it. So out of this whole line, those are the two that I like. So you've got some more on here that, I don't recognize, but maybe some of y'all do. And again, here's another set of some Virtual Fighters and King of Fighters figures. So anyways, guys, that was the news that was the news as I saw it for this week. Maybe there's some more stuff. Maybe I missed some stuff. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything you want me to cover, and we'll share it with the gang on here. So, all right, guys, let's get to the haul. Stop the presses. Late breaking news. Number one, did you guys just see the leaked head sculpts for Nemesis Enforcer, otherwise known as Nemesis Immortal? Because Hasbro's too stupid to keep its own IPs. But anyways, this is the image. These are the head sculpts brought to us by none other than Laser Pants. Yes, he went on a mission, sneaked in like some sort of Night Force ninja into Hasbro headquarters, got the pictures, jumped out a window, rolled like a potato out the window, and made it back to report on the 3POA podcast, I think. Anyways. Just kidding. I got it off the 3POA site. Anyways, Mr. Laser Pants, thank you for bringing us this news. I can't wait. Really, all kidding aside, I'm excited for the Nemesis Enforcer. I don't care what they call it. I know what I called it as a kid. So I'm excited for that figure. I'm excited to get it. Love the G.I. Joe movie. It's going to be great. I love that figure. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that, and thank you, Laser Pants, for grabbing that for us and reporting that. And also, here is a picture of the Optimus Prime Hot Wheels that we'll be releasing soon enough. What the? I somewhat care about Hot Wheels. It's, down there at the bottom of my stuff to care about, but I still do care about it. There are some cars, that I like, and there are some Hot Wheels that I like. They're few and far between, but I still like them. I dabble a little bit. I jump in, jump out. But if they're doing an Optimus Prime Hot Wheels, come on. This thing looks really cool. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to the haul. Okay, let's get to the haul for real this time. As always, let's start out with, as you know, here's the deals, steals, and trades that we got for this weekend. As always, let's start out with the deals. Those things that I didn't pay full price for, that I got a good deal on, or that I traded for. A lot of the stuff that I get is for trading, right? So, trade with your friends, trade with, your fellow collectors, grow your network if you can. And, but here's what I'll also say. Be fair. Be fair about what you trade. Try to make sure that you're both happy with the deal. I've always been of the opinion that if you're fair with the other person, most people are just trying to be fair as well, right? So we're trying to make a compromise here. So be fair when you're trading. Don't try to trade, like 14, or don't try to, well, maybe that would be a good thing, but don't try to trade, one Zorana for like a, I don't know, a Cobra Island trooper. No, yes, they cost the same, but truly we both know that one was sitting at Ollie's for about a year now. No, it's not a year, about 6 months without moving. And the other one is literally still on eBay for like $50, $60. So just be fair when you guys trade with each other. All right, let's get to it. Number one, I always have kind of a reminder on my phone to look at, actually on eBay, Mercari, and a couple other sites to look for deals. Well, I found myself a trading deal with one of my trading partners, who will remain nameless. He doesn't want to, he really doesn't want to YouTube stuff on him. But anyways, one of my local trading partners was looking for a specific Joe, actually 2 of them. And this is what I mean, to be fair, right? The eBay value on this figure is, comparable to one of these figures, right? And so I essentially got this off of a trade, and I'm always looking for this figure because there's so much. I really love this figure when it first came out, and there's so much you can do with it. I literally, the first time I went to go find this figure that I traded for just now, I drove like 25 miles to go find it. It was that hard to find. What am I talking about? Well, one of the first and most awesome kick butt figures of the line, traded and got me a Major Blood. This guy's amazing. You know what I'm saying. I don't have to say anymore. You guys know this figure's amazing. So I got a Major Blood on a trade. Number 2, what else did I get? Well, I got our girl, Vipra, on a huge deal for $12.49. I was hoping for $6, but I mean, this will do. I'm not a big fan of her, but she's got some cool accessories that I can use for other figures. And so for that reason, I feel like a shark. For that reason, I'm in. So for $12, yes, I'll buy her. I already checked it. I already opened it because I was thinking this one might be one of those scam ones that somebody scammed me out of. But I already opened it. It's there, so that's fine. The next thing I got. So you guys know I'm a big fan of this particular figure because airborne all the way, and all the hua. So anyways, here's Airborne, $23.74 for Pro. Number 1 is $24.99, but I'm already a Pro member, so it's $23.74. Not only that, I had $10 of redeemable GameStop money, or whatever they call it, a $5 coupon for the year, and then a military discount. I got this thing for like $7. $7. So of course I'm going to buy another Airborne all the way Franklin Trooper Tall Tree. So love that figure. Next thing we got. Now, I've been looking for this figure, and I've been biding my time out at Ollie's forever. I was like, it's going to show up. It's going to show up. It's going to show up. It never showed up. Just never showed up. Or if it showed up, Scalpy McScalperson came in there and got it from me. But anyways, I don't know if it was or not. Maybe it was just collectors, but I'd like to think it was collectors, but it was probably Scalpy. Anyways, I found this deal on eBay, and I thought to myself, well, that's a pretty good deal. I also have another one of my alerts kick off on eBay. It said, hey, this figure's available. And so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. Paid a little more than I wanted to for it, but that's okay. Everybody talks about it. And I know I talked some smack about it earlier, that it wasn't part of the G.I. Joe classified line. But then as I started to think about it, and I forgot who told me this in the comments, and they're kind of right. And look, I'm the first one to admit when, you know what? I think they're right. I think they could be kind of right. I'm the first one to admit when maybe I need to rethink my classification or my thought pattern, right? Number one, I'll tell you straight away, if anybody believes that they are always right without taking into account other pieces of facts or other data, then that's a fool you're talking to. If somebody refuses to analyze the data and it doesn't change their mind or refuses to think they could be wrong sometimes. Anyways, I reassessed what I'd been thinking and come to the conclusion that $28 was a reasonable amount to pay for this figure. And I do now consider it part of the G.I. Joe classified line. Here's the reason why. I believe it was, if my memory serves me correct, one of my fellow collectors named Pedro said, well, then what about the G.I. Joe retro line? Is that not considered classified? And that made me think, you know what, he's right. Because I do consider the G.I. Joe retro line part of the G.I. Joe classified line, even though they're not numbered. This thing isn't numbered, but it does have the G.I. Joe emblem, and it is in this era of G.I. Joe classified. It's one of those crossover things, right? So I'm going to say yes, it is classified, but it's one of those like optional tangent things that you may or may not want to get. To me, I wanted to have it. I may be on the lookout for another one because one to rock, one to stock, as I always do. But I'm glad to have it now in the collection. And Pedro, thank you for that thought-provoking comment. No, but seriously, thank you. All right. Next thing we picked up, you guys saw it. We picked up Streets of Rage earlier in the week. We saw that, got Axel. We found him again. So I'm excited about that. We got our Streets of Rage figure. And let's see, what else did we get? Oh, well, that's it for the deals. Actually, that was the last deal, was the Snake Eyes thing. Now we're getting on to the regular price stuff that cost, regular price. Now, this Transformer, initially, I passed on. I don't know. I've always liked. Who doesn't like this? I'm about to show it to you. Who doesn't like this one? And the more I thought about it, the more I said, you know what? This thing's going to go up in value. And then before I know it, instead of paying the reasonable retail price, I'm going to be sit there, wishing I had bought it when it was the retail price. And now it's over $500 or some, redonkulous amount of money. And that is the MP44S Masterpiece Prime. So Autobot's commander, otherwise known as Optimus. So anyways, I picked that one up. Very excited for it. I didn't want it to get away from me and then end up paying an arm and a leg for the thing. So I picked that up. And now for the figure that writes its own comedy sketches. I mean, literally the jokes that we can do with this. And literally, this was probably the only reason I got it. I don't know why Todd would choose to do this to himself. Oh my God. And then put feed. Oh my gosh. I mean, good packaging, nice packaging, but oh gosh, the jokes write themselves for this thing. The jokes that are going to be coming out of this thing. Did you guys get one of those? Man. Anyways. All right, moving on to some more items. I was really excited to find this one, the greatest of all time, along with Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. It's funny because he's WWF, but he's not even a wrestler, and I'm excited for him. Like I said, I'm excited for some of the figures that aren't wrestlers, and it's a wrestler line. But Muhammad Ali, I had to pick him up, absolutely. As a kid, loved hearing about his fights, loved hearing about the man's, work ethic and how to push yourself to become something bigger than what you are. Great figure. The next one coming up is Captain, not America, Lou Albano. So he was a huge part of the 80s growing up with Cyndi Lauper and the wrestling fans. Love it. Love this figure. So again, not a wrestler. Well, I think he was. You guys correct me in the comments, but I never knew him as a wrestler. He might have been an old school wrestler, but I never, like a older than what I knew school wrestler. But I never knew him as a wrestler. I knew him more of as like a promoter and wrestler adjacent or WWF adjacent. But anyways, I did know about him. And wasn't he in a cartoon too with like a werewolf cartoon, I think? Kid Kid Werewolf or something like that. Anyways, great figure. I also was not expecting to find this in the wild, but apparently everybody on the East Coast is finding this thing. Apparently it's the peg warmingest platinum since that Scarecrow is sat on the shelves, and that is Catwoman. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think she looks great. So anyways, I picked up the platinum Catwoman. She looks great to me. I think it's a great figure. The other figure I picked up, just because it's got the Michael Keaton-esque looking stuff, and you guys saw this in the video yesterday, and that's this Batman, the Michael Keaton looking Batman with the Plastic Man. Am I going to build Plastic Man? I don't know. If I find the rest of them on sale, I will. I mean, I remember Plastic Man, I remember the cartoons, but I wasn't a big fan of it. It was just weird. It was just, I mean, he was weird. I think that was his attraction, right, to a lot of people. He's just quirky and weird. He wasn't like a normal superhero. So that's one of the reasons I didn't like it, because I don't know. He joked around more than Spidey. To me, it was just off-putting. It was just way too quirky. But anyway, I still watch his cartoons every once in a while. So Batman, Michael Keaton colors, Plastic Man, Build-A-Figure, maybe if I find the rest of the line on sale or something. Getting closer to the end here, getting closer to the big pickups. The pickups, what's funny is some of these pickups that I was more excited about aren't even the most costliest ones, which is, it's always about what puts a smile on your face, right? It doesn't have to be expensive to put a smile on your face. So anyways, picked up Shockwave here from the new Transformers, found him also at GameStop. Again, I got him with the pro member discount and my military discount. So paid less than retail. GameStop's one of my places to go. I love going there, and I love. Now the military discount only works on collectibles now. They don't do it on anything other than like action figures and just collectible stuff. As if you ask for the military discount on like video games and stuff or digital stuff, they're not going to give that to you. So just be aware of that. Now, the second to the last figure that I was really excited about, and I found this. You guys saw my video. If you didn't, go check it out. You guys saw this straight out, just out of nowhere. I didn't expect to find it there. It was, I'll pick it up if I see it in the wild and I like it. And that was Secret Empire Captain America. Yes, this one, he was bad, Captain America. Anyways, dig it. Yeah, I saw it. I had to have it. It looks great. It looks fantastic. And finally, for the top pickup of this week, the one that I was the most excited about, that I just jumped all over the place for, because he was mayhem. He would just cause mayhem in the WWF arena sometimes, even more so than Macho Man. And that is the actor, the chaos bringer, the absolute insanity of Rowdy Piper. So anyways, great pickup, I think. So anyways, that's why, that's the haul. That's the haul for this week. Guys, to wrap up, number one, thank you so much, everybody, for continuing to support the channel and continuing to engage. I just checked a little bit ago. We're 10 away from helping me help you fill some of those G.I. Joe classified voids in the line, or maybe get some extra figures for custom fodder, for building, whatever you want to use them for. $200 worth of retail value. Let's just get to 2,000, and the minute we get there, boom, 2,000 subscribers, $200 in retail. I'll do the giveaway. Anyways, I'll put up a video. We'll set up the giveaway. Everybody can, I'll set down the rules in that video. It won't be a riddle or nothing crazy like that. You'll have to be subscribed to the channel, the regular stuff, in order to participate, but it won't be anything crazy or hard. So, and then we'll let the giveaway run for a couple of weeks so we can get everybody a chance, everybody who supports the channel, a chance to participate and to, a chance at winning, right? So, guys, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. A lot of us older collectors need to watch what we do, not, watch what we eat. Sometimes even this guy can't eat pizza every day now. I'm very sad about that. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's continue to grow the channel. Let's continue to engage. Let's continue to enjoy this hobby that brings a smile to our face. Guys, last thing, as long as you guys keep watching. Oh, here's the really last thing. If you're doing this hobby with a frown, or if it doesn't bring you joy, you're doing it wrong. And remember, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.